Hey everyone, pink hair Jen here. Yes, the pink hair is like flowing right now. I am in my soon to be, hopefully, amazing studio space as I work through my house, where I work through my office. I'm going to do lots of different things in 2025 that I haven't done before, and I want to have a space that's dedicated to that. So I'm coming to you from that space, sitting on the floor with my cat stuff everywhere, with paintings in the background. You can see my backdrops, all these cool things that have been in my home for, I guess we're going to be coming up on 18 years of photography. So here's the thing. Pink Hair Jen was born in 2022. I have to give you a quick update on 2024 and how everything went. But first, I want to give big applause and celebration to one of my mentors, Bobby Brinkman, who is the person who came up with Pink Hair Jen, because we were all in Clubhouse with multiple Jens and Jennifers. So they started calling me Pink Hair Jen, and it made the most sense. And I just decided to make a speaking brand out of it because why not? I have no plans on changing my hair anytime soon. Yes, my hair's getting white, but I think it works with my look. I really like it. I really enjoy it. I've had a long time to get to this place, and I'm happy with my haircut and my style. So currently, so pink hair Jen has been one of those areas of my life where I felt like I had pretty much believed there was no path for me to speak or share the things that were really deep inside. I've always had a love of movies and illustrations and teaching things through visual representation, but I grew up in a way that it's like it was never really presented to me as something I could do in any other places besides a church building or, potentially maybe a Rotary meeting or something like that. I didn't know that there was a varieties of different avenues that I could use my voice and stand in front of people, either virtually or in person. And since the pandemic of 2020, when so many of us were doing much more virtual events, it made sense to like mix them in the last couple of years of having this mixture of virtual events, in-person events, and things where I could use my creativity to communicate. Like, I have so many things that I have done over, well, even just my career and my lifetime that I have yet to even put into a talk or something that could help others see their worlds differently or their spheres or their careers. I have always wanted to do this kind of a thing. I just didn't know when, where, how, why, all the different things. And now that I'm doing it, it has been pivotal for meeting new people and sharing each other's stories and sharing other, pieces of wisdom with each other. Because when you're a speaker, at least for me, when I'm speaking, I'm sometimes speaking just to myself some days. That's why I can show up in a room of 5 people, and this is why I can show up in a room of 500, is because sometimes I need to hear what I'm talking about. It's just kind of one of those weird things that happens from time to time. I need encouragement. I am an encourager. So I think they work simultaneously. But as far as 2024 is concerned, I have to tell you some things that I did differently this year that really amped me up for 2025 and to just really explore where I'm going. So here's where I'm at right now. Okay, so the early 2024, I got to speak at Cater Source in the special event. Here's the thing, you put in an application, they either accept or reject you. That's a simple thing. Like everything I've been doing, you either get a yes or a no. If you get a no, you move on to the next thing. If you get a yes, you sign up for it, you figure out what your part in it is, and then you go do the thing that you've been hired to do and brought in to do. This is the same with our photography businesses and our art, everything that we've been set up to do and we've committed to do, you go do the thing, right? So at Cater Source in a special event, this was my first time to do any kind of speaking there. And not only that, but I got to do speaking inside of this big blow up bubble thing with the silent disco headphones. Have never seen that before. I think it went really cool. Like we got some great audio out of it. My class was only a 30-minute fast chat, so I really had limited time to sit with people and really get to know what the feel of everything. But when I had people in there from my Clubhouse family standing there with me, supporting me, it just felt like I could do the thing. And I know they knew I could do it. I knew I could do it, but it just felt so good to have them in the room with me. And so I was so excited to see so many faces there and so many genuine people I have talked with over the last 3 years. So anyway, so that was a big thing for me speaking at Cater Source. And I've applied for this next year. And guess what? I got 2 classes there I'll be teaching this year, and I'm really excited to explore that. So in 2024, I also did something new in the speaking world that I've never done before. And that is, well, I say speaking world because I think any form of speaking is considered in the speaking world. Here's the thing. I did my first spoken word art performance this year. I had never, I'd done one before, maybe like in, 12, 10 years ago. And it was in relation to something I was going through. So I stood up there, I nervously read it, and then I walked off the stage. This time, it was a full performance of me sharing a poem mixed with music and 3 other people that were with me at the time. I feel like all of this is an expression of voice. Like whether I'm doing it under Pink Hair Jen or under Pink Light Images and my artwork and sharing about my artwork and then also doing a spoken word to me was very, very powerful because I realized my two-dimensional art, while fun and fabulous, the voice is so much more powerful and it opens you up for things that you wouldn't expect. And I think that's why I'm sharing this with y'all is because when you do something you've never done before, it opens you up for something you've never seen about yourself. And sometimes you have to just go do it and see what happens. And I ended up crying for most of the presentation, but it was the most powerful thing I've ever done to date as far as opening up who I am and sharing this with other people. It was a very hard thing that I shared, but it was also a very releasing thing that I shared. So I'm excited to dive into that for this next year because it was just so different, so new, and so impactful. And I think that's where some of us are going right now is we want to be impacted. We don't want to just do the same thing over and over again. We want something to change and we want something to be real and authentic and experiential. And this is where I'm going in 2025. So I want to say thank you to every association, to every event, everybody who brought me on board this year to speak as a speaker, and everything that I brought forward. I brought my heart to it, and I'm letting you know that I brought my heart to it. Every association I did this year, between ABC and WIPA, and even last year's the 2023 CFWA, Cater Source and a special event, the Book More Wedding Summit, and the Creative Marketing Summit. I did so many different things that I brought my full heart and creativity to you. So thank you from me to you. I'll see you in 2025.